Welcome to the How Do You podcast with your host, Griffinstein. Today I have my cousin, Poet Davis, in the house. Introduce yourself to the people and let them know what you're doing.
Hello. What's up? How you doing? My name is Poet Davis. Other people know me as Ray Davis or Rachel Davis, but to anyone, you can call me Poet or Ray, whichever one is fine. I prefer Rachel. To some adults, some kids who can't yet say Rachel, they are more welcome to say Ray.
So, Poet, we're going to go into the poet part of it right quick. So,
yes.
I see now that there's a lot of open mics. Mm-hmm. I see that. I think that there's a change coming across Richmond. I mean, just the Bay Area in
yes.
general. Walk us through a open mic for you, like where your head's at and how you get ready and how often do you, like what's the good part of having an open mic?
All right, so basically what I do is I set myself to be cool, calm, collective because I know I have a past stuttering. And so that speech impairment is something that is, like I said, it's a challenge to conquer it. So I'm not nervous on the stage. I may feel nervous, but on the mic you would have never know because when I speak on the mic, it's like as if I was born with it.
Gotcha.
So when I step into the open mic, I'm cool, calm, collective. It all depends on the crowd, and of course, if there's no kids around, then I know I can say my PG-13, my rated R, my TVMA. You know, it's I don't care for the content because it's all of expression. I'm expressing myself for whatever had came to my mind in that time I was writing it. So if I accidentally put the man upstairs in a poem along with some profanity, it's because I'm just expressing myself respectfully in that way. I'm not saying that I'm not saying that I'm cussing with God in it. No, I'm using myself as an expression to say it's coming back to me. And I'm saying I'm blessed on top of it. But I'm only human. I'm not perfect.
Yeah. So
I'm a cuss.
Yeah, fuck them. I mean, it ain't no thing. So what can happen? Like, let's say that you just do every open mic. You do every open mic in the Bay Area.
Yeah.
What is the final outcome? What would you hope could happen from your open mics?
Just someone coming up to me to give me a much more blessing, a much more opportunity to say, I love your words. You have a lot to say. You're not only speaking on some stuff that is true, but you're also wanting to teach folks that they're not alone.
So it is therapy.
It is therapy.
So would you do an album?
I would love to do an album. I would love to do an album, a book. If once I make plans to whether or not to go further into American Sign Language again, I would even sign my poems if I want to go back and get that education.
Yeah.
So
where would you go? Is it Berkeley? Who do ASL?
Yes, Berkeley has the full program as of what I've known. Because when I graduated high school, I went straight to Berkeley City College, and Berkeley City College had the full program.
Wow. Okay.
The full program. I'm living right now in the North Bay. I heard supposedly SAC has it. I know
that's far though.
Yeah, it is, and I know that Fairfield Solano College has two classes or a couple the classes. I think level 1 and 2 in finger spelling. But even I had various people who was taking it and who I met. I told them, don't go to Fairfield because they only have what they have and is at night. If you go to Berkeley, you got the full program. I mean, you have deaf culture, levels 1 through 4, finger spelling 1 through 2, unless they have moved it.
So you could do actually a lot.
The
So you
whole
could be
program.
on, so you could be on the news,
Yes.
like on Channel 2 and doing the.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Remember they had the fake lady
All of
that was
that.
doing that. She was doing all of
Oh
this.
yeah. That is all of that is still going on. All of that is still going on. It's I used to look at that and I'd be like, that could be beating me
Easily.
But my first love was poetry.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like when I graduated high school, it was like American Sign Language. This is something new that's coming in. It's coming back, and people as being interpreters, you can get 20-something, 40-something. If you if you go and be an interpreter, all that, and I thought that was I thought that was good.
It's communication,
right?
It's not,
I'm 18 years old. I'm like, okay, well, shoot, I want something that's going to help me to be successful. But then it was like I had put poetry on simmer. And then later on, I realized that American Sign Language is way much more than what I could comprehend at that time. And I was like, hold up. My first love has always been writing. I've been writing since I was 9 years old.
So you have a book.
I got notebooks.
Yeah.
I got notebooks, yes.
So it would just be, because you can I tell you what, I'm telling you, I'm going to do it because what I need to do is go to Facebook, and then I don't know how they do it, but they said you can get all your transcripts of everything you ever posted on Facebook. Because I post shit almost every morning, but I don't write it. It's from the head, so I just sit there and write it. Yeah. So I need those, and if I can get those, I can do the book. But whatever book I write, you welcome to put a poem or two in it. In fact,
yes,
I might be doing a thing about something else. I don't want to say yet because I just don't want to say. But you can be the foreword on it. It's a film. So you can be the foreword on it. It's Richmond. It's a Richmond thing. So.
But no, that is something that I've had even did myself. I went back and I had went online, or I went to Facebook.com and I logged myself in, and I was able to get all of my notes. I did that. I was able to get all of my notes through Facebook.com instead of the app. So the app, it was different. The app, as you know, the app don't have the notes.
Got you.
The note tab. It's just no more. Yeah. So if you go to Facebook.com, you could actually probably see all of those notes.
I do need to download that because I got some shit on there.
Yes. So that's something that I had actually did before. Facebook, they love to update like it's nothing. They love to update like it's nothing. I'm like, I don't care about the update. Y'all just better keep the dark mode on.
Yeah.
Because I'm tired. My eyes get tired of that light. Yeah. So.
Oh, my shit's dark.
Yes. Yes. So, but I did get all of my notes on there, and what I did was I put everything onto my Google Docs. Okay. Yes, and just from there, I just been editing, and what I do is each Thursday up in Vallejo, we have a Poetry by the Bay group, and they do open mics every Thursday on Zoom.
Okay.
Every Thursday night, 9:00 on Zoom, and they're a cool group.
Yeah. This place, Cobiz, is doing an open mic. I think not this Thursday, but next Thursday. So I'll talk to you. Yes. Yeah, and then if you can come out here, you would do that. But I did see you on Daughters of Speak. Daughters of Speak. What's her name? The host name?
Destiny.
Miss
Destiny.
She's prolific. I looked through her stuff. I started following her on Instagram. How did that? So
me and Destiny, we met through a Zoom meeting. There was a Zoom meeting that I was introduced from.
Is she out here?
No, she's out in South.
Oh,
she's out in the South. Okay. So I met her through a fellow friend of ours, and just from there, I was reciting a poem on the Zoom meeting we were joining, and she liked what I was speaking and how I was just putting a lot of things into quotes that help you get through life.
Yeah.
And so we both had just went through a passing. She had went through her godmom passing. I had went through my grandmother on my dad's side passing. So just emotionally and spiritually getting through all of that, she was like, I like what you say. I have a blog page, and in June she had actually reached out to me in June, and she was like, I want to do something with you for Pride Month. I used to always say no to a lot of things when I was younger. There were so many things I could have done. Yeah, I do have some memories when I was younger, but now I'm like, yes. Yes, let me get back. I said I was going to get back to doing what I love the most. And if a lot of other things come along with it, then I am prepared for it. And I want it to happen for just for me to pass on to my nieces and nephews and godkids to say, Auntie Rachel did this, so I know I can do that because Auntie Rachel, I have a poem literally dedicated to my godkids, and it's like I want them to say Auntie Rachel spoke as if she had nothing to lose.
Yeah.
And that's literally the truth.
The power of yes is crazy. So what it is I always said no because I'm like, that's uncomfortable for me. That's uncomfortable for me. But this whole past year, I think 2019, since 2019, I've just been saying yeah. And I didn't know how I was going to do a lot of shit. And I did not know how.
Yes. And
but when you get into it, it's done. You just do it. Once you in it, you're doing it. This is the podcast.
Oh, yes.
I don't know how to do this. I did this with a fucking car battery and an old Dell that my mama broke. And I fixed the screen and I was walking around with a thing and a punk ass mic. That's what I was starting with the podcast. But you can't tell me no.
No.
And I said, this is what I want to do. Let's do it.
And it's crazy because like I had within the last, that was part 2 of Lost in Love that you had came in. I had said within that podcast, when you step into a pair of shoes, you want to feel good, but when you make them steps, you want to feel great. When I said that, Miss Destiny was like, Rachel, that's a Holy Ghost moment. I'm like, I know. No, I'm like, I know. I was told from a fellow poet that I have a pastor voice, and I'm starting to hear it more and more. And I'm like, positively, yes, I want my voice to teach, prove, and get people to see that there's folks out there who's literally doing it, and you wouldn't expect someone who pop up with like sweats, t-shirt, and a hat, and some Adidas and speak the truth.
Because you don't expect it. But a lot of people look down on a lot of people anyway. If I wear my head cocked, or if I talk a certain way, they think you think you're dumb. And I let them. I let them. And then when I slap them, they're like, damn it. But that's for other people behind me. So now you don't treat these people this certain way. We're not dumb. I'm not interested.
And it's crazy because it's like, that's another poem I wrote. I said within various different poetry that people do stereotype me, people do judge me, people do view me and try to mold me. But at the end of it, you don't fucking know me.
Yeah. And that's the crazy thing. People take all of this stuff personal from people that don't know you personally. Like, why would you take something personal from somebody that don't even know you?
And it's something that we have to learn as human beings too. I'm the type of person who will hear someone view me, and it might take me a few days to get over it, but I have to eventually step out of it in my own way to be like, hold the fuck on. I know my own size to my own shoes. This person don't know nothing. I could tell them what my left hand is doing, but they will never know what my right hand is doing.
They don't pay attention.
And if I master that skill, then I'm about to figure your ass out. And when I figure you out and I call you out on your shit and you have that oh shit look on your face, I want you to know that you got some shit to work on. There's nothing wrong with me. There's nothing wrong with me. There's something wrong with you. You need to make peace with that.
Yeah.
And it's of course I can't tell you how to do it or what to do, but I can easily tell you need to go look in your mirror and say, we got some fucking shit to do.
Dark Network. And you know what it is. say I'm heartless, but I'm not though. Don't have to prove it, keep it music, Southside, birth the psycho. A public threat like a sideshow. So gather round, enjoy the sound while the rubber and the pipe smoke. Dark Network.
You can.
All right, so I got on board. It all started when Contact sent me a Facebook message. And he sent me this Facebook message telling me that he has an idea for a movie. That same day, me and Contact, we ended up meeting up over there on the south side by King Park, over there by Coronado Elementary. And we were out there talking.
It's not easy.
No, it's not.
It's hard to say to point that little magnifying glass that you zoom on others on yourself.
Yes.
And then even if it's something little, it's big because you got to undo all this baggage to get down to the. You already built your house on sand.
Yeah.
Now you got to change the whole foundation. This whole thing got to come down now. So it's not easy.
It's going to sink eventually. It's going to sink eventually. So it's like, what you going to do when your house is sinking in sand?
And that's what a lot of people, these are people sinking. Anybody that's pointing at you saying this is your problem, their house is already sinking.
Oh, yeah.
Misery loves company.
Oh, yeah.
But happiness loves company, too.
Man,
so
I ain't gonna lie. Yes, I would love some happy. I mean, I'm happy. I'm happily single. I'm spiritually happy. Everything is, I'm happy respectfully. All of that is coming into place to when I'm looking back at myself, I'm like, I know I'm good, man. I know I'm good. So I'm like, look, if I'm good, if I know I'm good, then who else is going to know it? After a while, I need to stop seeing who's going to know it or who's going to think they know it. And I'm just like, look, you're not going to never know what you see until I speak.
And even then, I'm still veiling it. Because I don't know them. Yeah, you don't know them.
No.
Yeah.
No.
So what does success look like for Poet Davis?
Oh my gosh!
In the next 5-6 years, what is success?
It's more mentally and emotionally stable, and just once I'm stable mentally, emotionally, everything gonna fall into place, and I'm just gonna it's gonna be like the old Nike logo. Just do it. I'm gonna just do it.
So what does that look like? Is that a car? Is that a house? It's flying to Rio?
Hey, a car, a place of my own, just a real cool. If it's gonna be a job, mentoring young kids within poetry.
Okay,
that's really what I want. Honestly, that's really what I want. A lot of people who's going to see, Daughter Speak blog, they're going to be like, she over here speaking as if she has a public speaking degree. Honestly, I don't. I took one class of one-on-one communication that actually helped with the foundation of knowing my audience. So if I go into an open mic, or when I do go into open mics, whether it's Poetry by the Bay or other poets out there who are hosting, I'm gonna be looking at who's going to join in the meeting, and sometimes it's a good thing, sometimes it's a bad thing. I've walked into various different meetings, and it's like I pop out with a kinky poem as just a test, just to see, just to see what reactions I will get. Some of those reactions had led to everybody getting a glass of wine.
Wow.
It's like, yeah, you ain't thought about that, huh? You ain't thought about what I had put into the poems, or you thought about it, but you didn't think that shit. She over here saying the stuff I'm afraid to say, or she's writing stuff I'm afraid to write. I like I said, I'm an overthinker, so if I randomly run into a dude who came across me and my partner saying some nonsense like I can make you go straight, I could tell your ass, dude, you over here overdosing on the rhino hormonal pills that's trying to get you to think you could make me go straight. But dude, I'm gonna let you know I got an 8-inch strap in my closet that make my girl scratch my back.
Gotcha.
So how you going to please her if I know what I'm doing is way much more than what you could ever? Your resume can't stretch no longer than my experience.
Yeah. Damn. All right. So, what if you had like a final word to give to the people, or even your god kids that haven't born yet? What would you tell them as Ray Davis?
Oh my gosh.
What is she, and what should they strive for?
I was telling them to keep pushing, keep being motivated, spiritually, respectfully, emotionally, mentally. Be good siblings to your brothers and sisters. To, of course, just know that there's some people who you can rely on, and there's other people you can't. Those people who you can rely on, just know that don't have high expectations for them, because people are meant to hurt you. People are meant to, do some type of harm to you. So you just have to, you have to have that poker face boxer mentality. And the ref always say, fighters protect yourself at all times and touch gloves, and let's get this started. So when you walk out in the world, walk out as if you're about to be walking into a boxing match. How is it? How you have to realize that all of your upbringing, training comes to the day that you walk out on your own. When you walk out on your own, I realize this. Walk out on your own, you literally have to have that wall up, and it's got to be stronger than the wall that is crossing the border. You have to literally know how to jab, how to combo. Your combo's got to be faster. Stephen Curry jump shot. If your combos is faster than his jump shot, then you are set. You are good. He might even applaud you. You over here being quicker than me. So, of course, we all going to celebrate you. We all going to want to celebrate you. We all going to want you to do good, to do better. So, you got to know that you want that too. If you know that you are meant for good things, then walk it, strut it, speak it, know it. If being successful was a suit that you could put it on with pride. I want my god kids, my niece and nephew, to know that you are worthy. I'm about to be able to learn, teach, preach, and project.
Boom.
All of that, all in one.
That sounds like a good place to end it. Damn. This has been your episode of How Do You View You with Rachel, Poet Davis. Peace, niggas.
Finders keepers. The idea sat in the back of my head for a long time. Talked to my uncle, who's a filmmaker, about it. Talked to him about the idea, and he said it was a good idea. And then one day I was at a recording studio with Dap, and I was telling him about this movie idea, and he was like, "Man, that's dope."